Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek of It. I am Penj and Saturday night means Epic Tavern night. Of course it does, because here is our tavern and it is indeed epic. In fact, technically it's gone past epic because level 11 up here graded the tavern as epic. Now we're on level 12, it's not even got a grading anymore. It's gone past that. It's a level 12 tavern of who knows what's past epic. Stratospheric epicness, super duper mega epicness. So we have a couple of, I think there's one quest where people are on the way back. Let's just scroll to the top. Yes. So this one here, late to the funeral, where we went to speak to the guy to try and tell him to go to his own funeral because he'd somehow magically become immortal or he'd come back to life or something. And but we didn't really discuss it with him very much. We chopped him into bits. We hacked him into parts and presumably put him back in his coffin in those parts. And he's now back at his funeral. I don't know. So they're on their way back from that quest. However, the other adventurers are all back at base. They're all here at the tavern. And none of the quests are actually expiring anytime soon. They've all got 98 days, 100 days, 96 days is that one. So we do have quite a big choice of what we want to do. All action points have gone. So let's nip out and choose some quests for our adventurers to get on with. So we're going to have two groups. We've got 13 adventurers now, of course. So let's have a look. Should we do 2 tavern ones and just get them out the way? In fact, no, let's do this one. Let's do this Ixie thing. So there was someone who was looking for Ixie, which turned out to be some sort of big beetle-y thing. So after a bit of discussion about how easy it will be to find a giant furry beetle that answers to Ixie, the heroes admit none of them has ever seen a Wigglewort before. A visit to some local hunters is in order. So combat and tracking. Now I imagine, I would hope, that Uloth would have some tracking skills. And did we look at this before? It didn't actually register the tracking. So yeah, look, tracking of 7, but it doesn't pick it up down here, which is a bit disappointing, but never mind. So it makes sense to have a ranger go out there. We need someone with a bit of social skills, just in case. Oh my goodness, where's that? Okay, they're going to be gone for a long time. That's quite far away. That's past the castle. That's going to be a 3-day trip out there. So we need some good people with them. Well, Crawford can go out for his... join the party for your social skills. We need some more combat because we've not quite breached the combat level yet. Let's send Murgle because Murgle will be good. And then let's send... Who's the next one to send? Someone with a bit of social again? Or possibly a bit of combat? Possibly. Combat and survival? No, social's a bit low, isn't it? You, Gudrek. Social and combat. You'll do. Join the party. 70 social against 74 combat. I think we're fine with that. I think we're pretty good. There's a lot of people that are demoralised and tired and such like, but whatever. They'll have to just get over it, won't they? So that'd be good to get that one done. Who's left? Dugrim, Brazen, Bartholomew, Drusilla and Norman. So we've got some survival people. So we could do this, which is interesting. Or that, in fact, we've started this one. Let's have a look at this. The second ingredient to Horatio's plan. Okay, what plan was this? Which one was this? What was this? This was starting a feud between 2 merchants. Of course it was. So, the second ingredient to Horatio's plan is to secure an insulting letter, but not just any words will pierce the jaded dwarf's thick skin. This calls for the pen of an expert, and it needs survival skills. So, Drusilla and Norman. Probably a good bet to throw those guys in. Brazen for social skills to top them up because they're a bit low. And then, anyone going to level up? Doesn't look like anyone's going to level up. Bartholomew is inspired as well as demoralised. I don't know how that feels. But should we take him? Or should we take Dugrim? I think we might take Dugrim to up that mind value a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. I keep clicking on the things rather than clicking on join party. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Okay, so 2 quests pending. Send them out. 1 quest is on their way back. Yeah, one of those quests is really far away. In fact, they're all quite far away. Look. There's a couple up here. In fact, that guy's on the way back? Oh, I can't remember. Let's just get on with it. Let's see how this works. And yeah, see, look, they're all tired and worn out and stuff. So they've got lots of debuffs and stuff going on. But never mind. Well, I'm sure it will all be fine. Also, apologies for my voice just keep breaking. I'm still a little bit affected by the Christmas lurgy, so my voice keeps cracking a little bit. I'll keep plying myself with tea. I've got some right here, literally in my hands right now. So as we press this button, I'm going to drink some tea and we shall get on with the quests. So here we go. Yeah, Here we go. Get a letter, the pen of an expert to write a letter to make an argument between two merchants. Let's have a little look how this goes. So, lightning-flecked storm clouds flash in the distance. If we keep a good pace, we should be able to beat the rain, Drusilla says. Oh, yeah, this is a terrible bunch. Look, demoralised, demoralised, demoralised. They're all... Oh, no, you three demoralised. You're just tired, and you're inspired and demoralised. You're very conflicted. Okay, yeah, these guys have only got to go up here, look, so that's not so bad. A hawk circles overhead with a note tied to its leg. This is the weird one where you succeed, and it bites you and goes away. I wonder if... Yeah, look, the hawk lands on Drusilla's arm. The barbarian reaches for the note, but the hawk takes offence and bites her on the nose before flying away. And that's a successful one. So it's a success that we get bitten on the nose and don't get the note? I don't know. So I'm wondering if you have someone with a certain skill, maybe there's like some sort of animal skill, maybe if you have them in the party and you succeed, that changes and you actually get the note off the hawk or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, these guys got a short trip. They should be able to get back home again, I would have thought. The heroes pass through a narrow alley in town and are pelted by a volley of rocks. It's a little bit harsh, a bit mean. Dougrim looks up to see children fleeing. The assassin scrambles after the young'uns and gives them a lecture on appropriate and inappropriate times to throw rocks. Yes, it's very important to know your rock-throwing periods of time. Dougrim, look out, says Norman. A rocky rise on the path collapses on Dougrim. Really? We're in the town next to a castle. Okie doke. Dougrim, oh, he's lightly wounded as well as being tired. Dougrim takes a pretty serious beating at the hands of small boulders, but between his toughness and the party's limited knowledge of first aid, things turn out okay. Yeah, so has he got the toughness sort of skill under his survival bit? Because I wonder if you haven't got that, he'd become like moderately wounded or whatever, I don't know. The party dives into the city's underworld of biting tongues. They visit shady pubs where patrons trade barbs until their faces bleed, and darkened alleys where the abuse flows like wine, all in hopes of finding someone to pen the most offensive letter imaginable. Okay, so 95% success chance. We should be okay. Yep, the adventure... Hang on, what was that? Who got hurt? Has someone been hurt? What was the splodge noise? Okay, let's just read the thing. The adventurers thicken their skin as some of Tazwill's wittiest insult their clothes, unfair, attitudes, unjustified, hygiene. Yep, reasonable. They eventually hear of someone who may help them, a master of the venomous pen, currently in exile, the biting satirist. And I got hurt somehow, but I don't quite know why I got injured. Okay, fine. Wakened from a deep slumber by the sounds of struggle, Dougrim sees that a sprite has brazen pinned to the ground. The assassin stumbles to his feet and rushes to aid his companion. Despite his grogginess, the determined assassin closes the gap quickly. In one smooth motion, he picks up his severed leg. Again, just to explain, he's holding a severed leg as a weapon. It's not his own leg that's been severed. He's not hopping around. Look, he's holding a severed leg. So yes, and strikes with the skill of a master assassin. The sprite falls beneath his assault. It falls beneath his severed leg, and within minutes, he returns to his slumber. Okay, back we go. The party discovers a cave full of minotaurs. Oh, good. There is no time to run, so they draw their weapons. Why are you wandering around in caves? What are you not doing? Stop wandering around in caves. Fighting in a cave is somehow much more satisfying, Dougrim says, wiping minotaur blood off his shimmering ghost mask. Don't you think? Again, that's a bit of armour he's got there that gives him some stealth skills. He does have the weirdest gear. A crossover Eve coin, a ghost mask, and a severed leg. He's a terrifying monster man. Brazen realises they haven't had a good smoke in a while. After a fair bit of rummaging through their pack, they take out their favourite pipe and light it up. Naughties. After a few seconds, Brazen exclaims, "Goodness, perhaps I should move downwind of you, Dougrim." Dougrim smiles, touched by the con artist's thoughtfulness. Ah, right, okay, you guys, come on, get back. Do not set up camp just there. I'm so hungry I could eat a roast troll, Norma says as the geek cupboard comes into view in the distance. The kitchen crew will earn their money tonight. Okay, good. So they went out. They now know where someone is. What was he called? The biting satirist, who can cause a heart attack from 10 paces with one rhyming couplet. She's gone into exile, but along with the whispered rumours, the heroes also heard directions to her house. Oh, okay, so that quest is continuing. Ixie is gone to catch a wigglewort. So here we go. Yes, we don't know what a wigglewort is. It's a giant furry beetle, but we don't know what one is. So a visit to some local hunters is in order. On a crowded... he's already been cursed. On a crowded street, Crawford accidentally kicks over an elderly beggar's donation bowl. She yells after him, "Curse you, Doctor!" Oh, dearie me. Okay, so he's been cursed. Brilliant. And now look, this is where we don't normally go this way. While resting from their journey, they've only been going about 2 minutes. The heroes strike up a conversation with a wizened restaurateur. That one. I don't understand this thing. This thing here. I assume it's referencing something that I don't know. The heroes happen upon an appleberry tree with a sign reading, "Beware, do not pick these appleberries." Who's going to pick the appleberries? Gudrek thinks the sign is a joke. "You can't tell me what to do," he says, plucking fruit from the tree and taking a big old bite out of it. There, see? Ha! Gudrek gained invincible. Okay, that's probably quite advantageous, isn't it? Yeah, these guys are going to be gone for days. It's going to be 3 days, I think. Is that really what they call it? Gudrek looks off into the distance in disbelief. So that's why she was so friendly. Who would have known? Gudrek chuckles. Again, answers on a postcard. What are they on about? I don't know with that one. Yeah, they're going to be 3 days, aren't they? They're going to... Might be 2 days, possibly. Olaf nearly drops her hammer whilst crossing a bridge. Come on, get to the thing first, and they're going to be gone for 2 days. Olaf's stomach has been gurgling all day. What was in that stew? Something that nearly made you drop your hammer, presumably. Come on, get to the thing. So you won't be gone for 3 days, maybe just 2. An arrow flies past Murgle and buries itself in a tree. The shooter never appears. Yes, okay. The adventurers return to the path they followed before and happen upon a group of hunters. They inquire about wiggleworts. Okay, now it's a combat challenge, which is curious. Reluctant, the hunters provide the party with rope, nets, and rabbit carcasses to lure the pet. Rabbit carcasses? What kind of bug is this? It's a massive one that eats rabbits, presumably. The party filters into a pub, establishment. They would never visit another tavern. So in theory, they should be able to get back the next day. So if we go to the next quest, they should be able to get back home the next day. And these guys are on the way back from chopping up a man. And I think, yeah, they're literally just going to go, boop, and they're in, I think. So here we go. Let's have a look. Ta-da! Mindy awakens to find an adorable bunny cuddled up against her for warmth. After enjoying a hearty bowl of rabbit stew, the heroes embark on another day of adventure. And I think they're going to be back home already. The party returned to the tavern and sorted. There we go. After some judicious chopping, the corpse is now in no condition to complain about the funeral. A closed casket might be best, though. And we've got a quest reward of Clingy. Clingy. I don't know what that is. Clingy. But okay, right. Back to the tavern. Let's find out what Clingy is. Okay, Clingy is some sort of a weapon that gives you +2 to your spears and pikes. However, I think he's okay with that. What does his hammer give him now? +1 to hammers and maces. We might as well give him something else. Let's give him Sting. It gives him -1. Ah, does your hammer give you +1? Why does that give him -1 survival skills then? That's a little bit strange. What's he got right now? Just a hammer. Just a regular hammer, is he? Crawford? Yeah, Crawford's just got a normal weapon. Yeah, down there, look. Just a regular hammer. So -1. Okay, I don't really understand why it's giving him -1 of those. -1 of those. But okay, right. Do you know what then? I can't give it to him though right now. Okay, what about Brom? What have you got? You've got a javelin thing. You've got a bow. You've got a bow. Is a bow good? Can we give you something better than that? Bows and crossbows gives you 1. Have you got anything up here? Swords and axes or hammers and maces. Have we got anything that can up that? Swords and axes. There you go. Let's give you Peacemaker. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better. So you lose your thing down here, but you get +1 up here. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so Clingy was just a regular item. It wasn't particularly exciting or, well, not exciting. It was just an item that we now have. Okay, you're new. Hello, Shadback Slobotot. Good name. Wowie. Okay, have some stuff. Drusilla, just do some talking to you. Mindy, yeah, it's very slow to progress up the levels now. Look at that. We're only halfway through level 12. We've been going a long while on level 12. Right, you, diddly-do. Dugarim, yeah, talk to you. Does anyone actually want anything? Oh, you want a room? You can have a room. You want a room? You can have a room. No one else wants like beer or anything? Okay, let's listen to Norman. Yeah, Bartholomew. Let's listen to you. Splendid. You want a bed? You want a bed? Okay, you. Quests. Mindy. Oh no, presumably not Mindy then. Who's got that quest above them then? Who are you? Oh, is it Brom? Ah, right. Okay, Brom, hit me with the quest. While found, the biting satirist isn't too keen on taking up her pen again. She'll need some convincing. Okay, so that's continuing that quest line. Okay, lovely. And Amelia the Necromancer has... The dead man's remains... Oh, right, we're still not finished with that one. The dead man's remains are pretty chopped up. The family doesn't need to know what happened. A closed casket and a tiny lie about grave robbers should help smooth things over. So we get 200 gold, 200 XP, 30 reputation, and a great plate of Sacred Kings. Or, if we go here, with the dead man deader, the funeral can proceed as planned, though the widow is going to be upset when confronted with the chopped up remains. 200, 200, 30 rep, and gold boots. They're both the same difficulty. Everything is exactly the same, except that one we get a great plate of Sacred Kings, and that we get gold boots. I think we go for that. The great plate of Sacred Kings sounds great, and if we do the closed casket thing, then we won't upset the lady by showing her a chopped up husband, which is a little bit mean. Yeah, okay. Let's go for that one. I'm all for that. Splendid. Okay, 6 AP. Ooh, new person. New person. Is there a new person? There. Hello, Bramrill Stone Chummer. Lovely to meet you. Level 1 diplomat. 4 AP left. You can have some house wine. And you can have some fairy water. And yes, we are out of action points. Okay, what's the roster looking like? Oh, everyone is just all beat up. Does anyone need to go into the thing? Right, Dougrim needs to go into the infirmary because he's proper beat up. So he was tired and injured, which doesn't help. Okay, is everyone else just tired? There's a few people that aren't tired. All of 2. Murgle. Oh no, Murgle's Murgle's out and about adventuring. I know you 2 aren't tired. You're both inspired and you're back. So we've got you. You're inspired and tired. Okay, fine. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have got 8 people back. So let's go and do another couple of quests. Let's see what we can do. Should we try and carry on with the ones that we've already been doing just to get them done? Just to get them finished? Like, where is it? This one here. So a polite deflection. Send brazen, because it's a social convincing one. I imagine she has all of those skills. Yep, so she's fine on her own, to be honest. It's just getting there that's going to be the problem. So we need to give her some company. How about grunts? Send the gruntsinator. Someone with a bit of mind, possibly. Who needs a bit of a level up boost? Oh, Amelia, look, you can go to there. That's fine. You don't contribute much in terms of social, but I think we've got it covered. I think we're fine. How many more people have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we might as well send another person then. Let's find the other one that we want to do. So inspire some insults. Social and persuasion. So Mindy. You haven't got persuasion. Brom has persuasion. That's good news. We need someone with those 2 skills, like Drusilla, and we need someone with mind. There we go. So that part is going to be okay. And the other one is... Where's the other one gone? Is it higher up? Oh no, where is it? I've gone completely mad. Is it grave regards? Yeah. No, it's not that one. Where's the other one? Oh goodness me, I'm having one of those moments where I can't see something that's really obviously in front of my face. That one, there we go. Of course. And Bartholomew can join that one. To give him some social survival skills. Okay, yeah, I'm all for that. That looks pretty good to me. Let's get going. Let's get the other guys back and let's send these 2 out. So the dead man's remains are pretty chopped up. The family doesn't need to know what happened. A closed casket and a tiny lie about grave robbers should help smooth things over. I really hope it does, because this would go horribly wrong if they find out that we basically chopped him up. Okie dokie. I wonder where they've got to go. I don't know where they've got to go. A bard sends the heroes off with a rousing rendition of the ballad, The Adventuring Party That Didn't Die Horribly. Splendid. Okay, you're tired. You're tired, but you're also inspired. You're inspired. You're inspired. Okay, we should be okay. I think we're okay. It's actually not that far. They should be able to get... Or would they be able to get back? Oh, I might be pushing it. Bartholomew whistles a tune from his childhood. Good for him. That's lovely. Get to here and do this thing. Brazen calls, mulling, a waste of good wine. The others tell her she has no holiday spirit. Okay, a bit weird. Okay, I don't know what they're on about. And a local farmer asks the party for help with a problem. For some reason, he needs to transport a fox, a goose, and some corn bushels across a small river with only 1 barge. Do we seriously not have better things to do? Bartholomew grumbles. Yeah, it's all gone a bit Professor Layton. The party solves the problem for the farmer, who probably should just have used the bridge. Yes, indeed. Right, here we go. Quest objective, a talky one. Grave robbers. Oh no, grave robbers. Grunson. Why have you sent Grunson? Why have you sent him? Send Brazen, the charismatic, social, charming super person who's really social and can get anyone around. Not Grunson with his chin and his horned hat. Grave robbers, Grunson says to the widow, her facade cracking. It turns out your husband's lungs were very valuable. Sold off to deep sea divers? Okay, did that wash? Oh my goodness, it did. This illegal lung trade must stop, the widow cries, finally showing some emotion. Here, take this gold to track down the thieves. The heroes accept the gold, then leave very quickly. Yeah, that is quite a nice amount of gold there. Good job, Grunson. Good job. The party discovers a cave full of chupacabra. There is no time to run, so they draw their weapons. Chupacabra always reminds me of the X-Files. There was an episode where they have the chupacabra in it. Okay, let's see, do we win? Yes, fighting in a cave is somehow much more satisfying, Amelia says, wiping chupacabra blood off of her old man mask. Don't you think? Yes, your old man mask is also a little bit freakish sounding, but never mind. Oh, here we go. We've seen this one about 100 times now. The adventurers see a weretrout drinking in a pub, wants to ask if he pees in the water. Brazen convinces Bartholomew the wisdom of not asking rude questions of dangerous-looking strangers. Indeed, we've seen that one quite a lot of times now. Right, you guys trundling along. Bartholomew bumps into a fellow in a pub, spilling his drink. Finally, the barmaid mutters, I haven't seen a decent fight in weeks. Go on, Bartholomew, you've got this. Bartholomew dodges a punch, then breaks the man's jaw without spilling a drop of his wine. Splendid. Why are you drinking wine, you dwarf? Drink beer. Come on, dwarf up. Grunson attempts to make dinner, but the results are well short of edible. The heroes go to bed hungry. Oh, for goodness sake. Right, so that's a wasted day then, really, of those guys. Never mind. I suppose they'll have a day to recover and not be tired or whatever. Okay, let's go and find the biting satirist. A bard sends the heroes on. Oh, there you go. Yep, the adventuring party that didn't horribly again. He's clearly singing. That's his song for the day. Yeah, they're only up here. The party comes upon a sphinx blocking the road. Figure this one out, it says. Then attacks. I've always wondered why it says figure this one out. A sphinx is known for asking people to solve puzzles. I just thought they were just big things in Egypt. I didn't realise they were somehow asking people to figure stuff out or do riddles or whatever. I don't know. Okay, the party fights valiantly and defeats the mythical beast. Drusilla wonders if sphinx meat tastes mythically delicious. It doesn't. No, of course it doesn't. Okay, wander up here to the purple flag. The party is travelling through a town when it begins to pour. One of the villagers offers their hearth to the party while they wait out the storm. They trade stories with the villager and her family around the fireplace. They had a wonderful time forgetting all about the storm. The party heads out under clear skies, promising to return another day. And somehow we got 75 gold pieces out of that. Maybe we went and robbed them in their house. I've no idea. Okay, and we must just be near the quest marker thing. Whoa, that guy up ahead is huge, says Norman. The awkwardly muscular man scowls at the party and yells, if any of you can prove yourself stronger than me, I will give you a prize. Despondent, the man says, if I'm no longer the strongest, who am I? Does any of this even matter anymore? Here's your prize, and we got a foreman's vest. Yay. Sounds a bit rubbish to me. The biting satirist is a slight woman with glasses that cover half her face. You don't understand, she moans. Last time I wrote anything, 4 people died from the force of the jokes alone. Wow. Okay, write a thing. We won't read it, I promise. The heroes try appealing to the biting satirist's artistic sensibilities, to no avail. But then they cut to the heart of what motivates all writers. A large paycheck for very little work. Okay, so has she written us something? I don't know. The party discovers a cave full of owlbears wheeling up in the middle of a town. There's no time to run, so they draw their weapons. Fighting in a cave is much more satisfying. Bibbly bobbly boo. We've seen that in every single run so far, have we, today? The adventurers march with serious intent. Eyes on the goal ahead of them. Oh, I thought that was going to be it. I thought it was going to be the end. Now, these guys should get home, I would have thought. A hawk circles overhead. Here we go. Have we got anyone that can do it? Nope, indeed. The hawk lands on Mindy's arm. The acrobat reaches to the note, but the hawk takes offence, bites her on the nose, flies away. Again, I don't really know what to make of that one. I don't know why the hawk flies away. But those guys are back home. Hurrah! As the heroes approach the Geek Cupboard, they see a group of hoodlums hassling rat kebab vendor Quan Dooley. I'm weary from the road. I'm not in the mood, kids, Drusilla snarls, mace of hammering in hand. The punks scatter and the heroes get a free snack for their trouble. Delicious. So do we have the writing thing now? The heroes convince the biting satirist to write the letter. She spent days in a flurry of ink and bar before producing a letter of such concentrated scorn it throbs in its envelope. Okay. Okay, cool. Right. And now these guys are back. They've seen what a Wigglewort is, I assume. And yes, they're coming home. The party filters into a pub. Oh yes, they would never visit another establishment. You traitors. How dare you. The party encounters an exhausted-looking peasant woman struggling to push a cart of vegetables to market. Without a word, Murgle takes the cart handle and helps the woman push the cart. They walk in friendly silence for several miles. Oh, that's quite nice. The straps of Uloth Ratty Pack finally snap. Some repairs are needed. Oh, no, it's only 93%. Okay, let's do that. 95%. Uloth manages to repair the strap with a needle and thread, only managing to stab her finger a few dozen times. Do you know what? That's better than I could have done. My fingers would have been hanging off if I had to use a needle and thread to do anything, so they're better than me. Gudrek skips as he walks, excited and hopeful for another great adventure. Well, you've been on it. You're going back home now. You're going to go back home to the Geek Cupboard, hopefully. If you don't get there, I might be a bit cross. Someone shouts, "My horses!" from nearby, and the heroes turn just in time to see a team of horses sprinting at them. The party barely jumps out of the way. That's a good job. Don't want more people trampled by horses. Crawford, do you know how to cook? Murgle asks. We all know where this is going as well. Yes, I cooked for your mother this morning. Crawford laughs with great gusto. Murgle jokingly tries to tackle him to the ground. Oh, you two crazy kids. Come on, get in. Home at last, Murgle sighs. I didn't expect to die, but I'm still relieved I didn't. Hooray, they're back home. So it's only 2 days. I thought it might have been 3. The hunters provided some much-needed guidance and equipment needed to wrangle the giant bug. Okay, so next day we shall be heading back to the tavern. Okay, so we are back. We need to buy ourselves some barbecued rat by the look of it. Let's just, I don't know, buy a load of it and then it goes off. Okay, so we've got 2 more quests incoming, presumably in response to the ones we've just dealt with. So let's look at those first this time round. What's going on with you? Horatio sits down at the bar. Hecklestump and Warbury are both attending a ball this week. Hecklestump is especially on edge. If someone wearing a uniform from Walbury's Manor were to deliver that insulting letter we wrote, well, he grins. Okay, so you're up to causing some mischief. Lovely. And Muggles Quest is the first step to catching Ixie is to find it. Search the local woods. And we get ourselves a purifier from that. Okay. Right, these are all my people, aren't they? These are all the squad. So here we go. Let's just use them up as quick as we can, really, because we've not got anything else to do with them. So, oh, okay. Oh, I thought it went to there. Yep, okay. Yep, do that. Splendid. You, Crawford. Yep, talk to you. Very good. Uloth's just come in. Let's talk to Uloth. Hello, Uloth. Mindy. Let's just do that one quick. Oh, Mindy wants a room. Yes, you might as well do something like that. Ah, right. You. There you go. You can have that. And you can have a room. You, or just listen to you and talk. And we've got 2 action points left. Let's give Dugrim a room. There we go. Oh, and now a new person swans in. Goodness sake. Right, somebody has leveled up. This is 2 people have leveled up. This is very exciting. Crawford is now level 5. Doctor, hurrah. Okay, we've got 4 skill points. I think we have 1 in... do we give him 1 in mind? How about 1 in social? What's his lowest one? Education. There. That bumps his social up. Let's have 3 in survival. Let's bring disease treatment up by 2. And then let's have first aid up by another 1. Because that might actually be very, very useful. And then Gudrek is now level 7. Okay, that's quite cool. So let's give him 2 in combat. And let's level those up as well. So each of his skills in social, in streetwise, is 8. So carousing, intimidation, and fast talk. Okay, right. Does anyone need to be checked into the infirmary? No, so no one needs to go into the infirmary. People are still... you're cursed. You're tired, which annoys me. I still haven't got the... I still don't have the bathhouse, which would help cure these people. But you're tired. So we've got 3 tired people, 1 cursed person. Oh no, are you cursed? 4 tired people and 1 cursed person. But other than that, that's okay. So now we can send out 2 teams again. So why not just get on with it? In fact, yep, let's go to the map. Let's figure out the next 2 bits of these quests. Let's carry on doing these. So now, a polite deflection. Oh, that's underway. Of course it is. That is underway. So that should be finished, I would have thought, when they come back. So where were the ones that we were doing? We were doing deliver the letter, which is good. And then Wiggleworts who wiggle hurt. Okay, deliver the letter. Needs social and avoid detection. Okay, does Dugarim have avoid detection? He's got stealth. Not necessarily avoid detection. What about a thief? Norman, have you got avoid detection? Yes, you have. Right. Do you pick you? Good. So you're straight in. That's quite handy. Also, you've got, yeah, you're absolutely fine. You've contributed a lot to that. 34 versus 15 already. So let's send Mindy along for fun. She can go and help out. Someone with social and combat, which is not a thing you find very often. So Gujarek. Let's pop Gujarek in. And then someone with survival and then anything else. In fact, let's do this one now. So they need survival and perception. Has anybody got perception? I don't know. You might have some perception. Yeah, okay, yes. Look, perception generally is a good thing. So you've got some perception. Stick Brom in the group. Stick... who else has got survival skills? Good survival skills. Drusilla, you can go in. So who have we got left? Murgle, Dougarim, and Crawford. So Murgle, Dougarim, and Crawford. This is a social one. So let's send Crawford. That's quite good. And then with this one, you're both fine as well. You're both okay. So Wiggle works, you Wiggle hurt. 101 versus 25. I think we're okay. We need someone with some mind skills. So let's send Dougarim. He's just come out of the infirmary. He can get back onto the questing tree. And yeah, Murgle can just have a little day off. You can have a little rest, Murgle. You've done quite a lot of stuff. In fact, are you the highest level? You and Brazen are very similar. Yeah, so you can have a little break. You've done an awful lot of questing recently. So Murgle can just have a little sit down. Okay, right. Here we go. So which one's first? So Wiggle works, who Wiggle hurt. Right. Search the local woods to find Ixie, the big, hairy kind of beetle monster. Wow, the bard still isn't changing his thing. He's sending us off with a rousing rendition of the ballad, The Adventuring Party That Didn't Die Horribly. Okay, fine. He needs to change his repertoire a bit. I'm not giving anything for that. A flustered aristocrat offers Dougarim a large sum to fight a duel for her. This is the one where we fight a duel for someone and don't get the large sum for doing so, isn't it? Yep, 40 XP, no money. A foppish merchant with a thin rapier is no match for an assassin clutching a severed leg. Imagine the foppish merchant would just run away from Dougarim with his severed leg, ghost mask and magic coin. And the fact that he's a gigantic orc fellow as well probably doesn't help. Dougarim and Drusilla sing a delightful song as they travel down the road. The adventurers sing merrily along. Oh, that's nice. Okay, continuing their journey. The party awakens to find a harpy looming over them. Oh, we can take a harpy. Come on, we can have that. Killing a harpy is an interesting way to start the day. Okie doke. Okay, on we go. Oh, we are right up in the mountains here, aren't we? A group of bandits jumps out of the woods, knives and swords drawn. Drusilla gives the bandits a tongue lashing and a lecture on why they deserve a better life than stealing from others. The speech ends with, "Be proud of what you bring into this world." The bandits leave, newly determined to do good. Oh, well done, Drusilla, telling them off. The heroes spend the morning arguing over tactics and eventually come to blows. Oh, dearie me. Drusilla wraps Uloth in a headlock, holding the ranger defenceless until she calms down. Eventually, they resolve their differences and continue on. They're nearly at the marker. Ugh. The heroes settle into a comfortable silence as they continue on their way. Dougarim finds it refreshing, as he rather dislikes talking to Drusilla. Oh, dear. Do you not like each other? Oh, dearie me. Okay, fine. A little bit of beef going on. The heroes find Ixie by a creek, eating a whole deer. Yikes! Ixie then spots the party and hisses loudly. Oh dear. Please succeed, please succeed, please succeed. Oh, thank goodness. The heroes back away slowly and Ixie returns focus to enjoying her dinner. Clearly not prepared for the size of the creature, the heroes head back to the tavern to formulate a plan. Oh, you've gone all that way out there and then you're coming all the way back again. You fools. Might not be there next time. Okay, we've got next quest and a thing. The party comes across a strange creature lounging in the river. Yes, a waterford depression in its head. Forest spirit, drowning humanoids. We've seen this quite a lot of times. You can escape it if you spill the water from its head. Ulof whispers to the party. The ranger approaches the forest spirit and bows. The spirit bows and empties the water into the stream, freezing in place. The party hustles away, snickering. Yes, we've done that before. Okay, next quest. Delivering the abusive letter to start the feud between the merchants. The morning sun beats down upon the heroes' faces. It's going to be a warm one, Norman says. Oh, that's quite nice. It's all lovely and warm for a change instead of miserable. Does this wandering out and accomplishing goals seem like a real job to you? Crawford mutters to the party. Gudrak says, Crawford, have you been drinking enough water? Come on, Crawford. Have some water. Stop drinking the ale. As the night creeps in, Norman senses it will be much colder than anticipated. Oh, brilliant. The morning sun beats down. At night time, it's freezing cold. Build a bigger fire. Crawford collects firewood and sets up camp for the night. Dinner is enjoyed without incident. Splendid news. Norman and Gudrek sing a delightful song as they travel down the road. The adventurers sing merrily along. I'd like to hear that song. The ball is sumptuous, with banquet tables strategically positioned by the windows to let the plebs know what they're missing. Clad in the stolen servant's uniform, Gudrek approaches the door. So Gudrek, the giant orc, scary, terrifying monster man. Not Norman, normal-looking Norman, or Mindy the human, who could probably blend in with all this and look ordinary. No, you're sending a gigantic, sort of thumping, thunderous orc in. Okie doke. Good luck with that. Gudrek talks his way past the back entrance, claiming he's carrying an important perfume that Walbury has forgotten for the ball. Once inside, he strides up to Hecklestump and hands over the letter, making it plain who his employer is. Okay, continue on the way back. Crawford feels uneasy and says, guys, hold up, I have a bad feeling. A trapdoor opens suddenly ahead of the party. Crawford, you knowing about that was a little creepy, but I'll take it, Norman says. Yeah, how did he know about that? That is a bit weird, I'll give you that. Crawford recoils at the sight of a spider. Norman sighs, but you killed a bear yesterday. A spider, come on, man. He's supposed to be a brave adventurer. Norman is in love with his horse. No, really, he is obsessed. It's odd, but hey, who's to judge? And we got 100 gold pieces out of that weird situation. I don't know how. Did he sell the horse afterwards? I have no idea. Well, that wasn't so bad, Gudrek says cheerfully as they approach the geek cupboard. Mindy shakes her head. If you say so. Okay, that's good. They got back. And the party slipped into the board and delivered the letter. Hecklestump was so angry he burst a vessel in his right eye at the table. He'll be out for blood soon enough. So yeah, we just caused some trouble. And these guys are on the way back. And I think they're pretty much by the door, aren't they? Yep, okay. Blibbly blobby blue. Let's just get them in. Yay. See, we went the whole trip without anything horrible happening. Oh, for goodness sake. Bartholomew says, kicked ahead by a horse. Bartholomew is now injured. Great. Thanks for that. Thanks for the injury at the end there. The family, grieved further by the thought of grave robbers, still agreed to go along with the funeral. More importantly, they didn't ask too many questions. Okay, splendid. Next day, back we go. Okay, we return. There's lots of people tired and wounded and all sorts of stuff. Okay, fine. So let's see. Oh, level ups. Let's do level ups first. Level ups are fun. Emilia, level 7. She's joined pretty much everybody else now on level 7. There's a few. The noobs, the new guys are a bit low in level, but yeah, everyone else is kind of getting up to level 7. Okay, Emilia, 4 points. So her thing is mind and combat. So her mind's a bit low, isn't it? Mind is the current lowest skill. So let's have all 4 in that. 2 in beast lore. 2 in sense magic. Sorted. There we go. That'll do for you. And what else have we got? What else have we got going on? Have we got anything else happening that's exciting? Does anyone else need to go into here? Right. Bartholomew into there. Why can't I heal faster? Okay, good question. No, roster. Who's out? So Brom, Uloth, Drusilla, Dugrim are out. Bartholomew is in the infirmary. Okie doke. Right, let's talk to people. Oh, there's a new person. Who are you, new dwarf person? Marionia Flintbane. Okay, hello. You're a weapon master. Okay, I don't really need you right now, but okie doke. Let's listen to you. Yeah, okay, this is becoming a little bit sort of redundant now, I suppose. So I'm just talking to my own people. There's hardly anyone else in here now. Right, Brazen, yeah, let's listen. Reminisce over a quick drink. Splendid. You, yeah, let's make a rainbow appear over your head as well. Anyone else want a room or anything? You want a room. You can have some beer. That's fine. You can have a room. Jolly good. You can have a room. And that'll be me done, I believe. Or you can have some beer. There you go. Let's listen, in fact. Okay. And now I can't give you any fairy water, so you're going to be cross with me because I just refused you a drink. But never mind. Right, only one quest to pick up. Norman. What quest is this? Right, okay. So it's the one with the merchants. Hecklestump is furious at the delivered insult, but he's resorted to the fashionable alternative to duelling, hiring a mediator. The orc is on his way to Walbury's Manor now to patch things up. Stop him before he ruins everything. Oh, can we pay him? I don't want to kill him. I don't want to chop someone else up for no reason. Okie doke. Okay. We've done all that. We've got everything sorted. Do you know what? Let's go out and do one final quick round of questing. Why the heck not? So those guys are on the way back from Wigglewurting. Yeah, there we go. The line between delaying and kidnapping is surprisingly thin. That quest is called, which is a bit strange. Streetwise. Who is likely to be streetwise? Not Brazen. I would have thought Brazen. Land pirate. Yeah, okay, right. You, Gutrek, you're streetwise. We need someone with a bit of survival skill. You'll do. He's got quite a lot of mind as well as Grunson. You don't really realise it, but he has. Let's send Mindy along for fun. Yeah, send Mindy along. And somebody with mind. Norman? Amelia? Norman. Let's send Norman along. Whatever. Yes. Join the group. That's fine. 154 versus 15. I think we'll be able to scrape through just about. And what was the other one we want to do? Now yes, of course. The other one is now back. The Grave Quest is back, so we can pick a new one because the Grave Quest is now sorted, presumably. What about one of these? The tavern's chef, Hans. Okay, yes. So him. That's us finding a murderer for our chef. Or the cask of Imperial Kobold Stout. There was a rumour going around that Nash, one of the guards in the King's Dungeon, has a stash of Imperial Kobold Stout in there. And that just requires survival. I think we go for this one. What's this? In Cold Mud. So Crawford. Emilia. She's got a bit of that. We've got anyone with examination? Oh, Crawford. Oh, splendid. Oh, that's it. There we go. Sorted. They're all the people we've got. There we go. That'll be quite cool. There we go. 2 nice short ones. And I think, are they only going out the front of the thing? So here we go. Hans. What happened to Hans the chef? I think we're just going out the front of the door, look. Birds whistle a cheerful morning tune. Shut up, Crawford yells. Can't you see I'm hungover? You shouldn't be hungover. Feels a little weird going through a dead guy's stuff, Crawford says. True, Emilia says with a shrug, but dibs on the poofy chef hat. I've always wanted one of those. Okay. Beneath the mattress, the heroes find a love letter from a woman named Nari, warning that her husband, Gorn Flesh Cleaver, has a violent temper. Gorn is the butcher in Millstone, Crawford says, an enormous half-orc. What was Hans thinking? Oh dear, he got himself killed. Home at last. Yep, he didn't really go anywhere. Okay, a love letter was found stashed beneath the chef's mattress. The letter signed by Nari warns that her husband, Gorn, a flesh cleaver, has a violent temper. It seems Hans may have made the wrong enemy. Yep, I would say that's probably true. The line between delaying and kidnapping is surprisingly thin. So let's go and intervene with the mediator, because we don't want him to do that. Where are they going then? You're all doomed! An old man yells from his porch as the heroes leave for their adventure. Norman shrugs. Don't mind Ralph. He says that to everybody. Oh, right, it's up here. Ah, it's where they all are. Okay. Mindy just said chain. That's a wildly exciting update, isn't it? Calm down, everybody. Awakened from a deep slumber by the sounds of struggle, Grunson sees that a monopod has Norman pinned to the ground. The barbarian stumbles to his feet, rushes to aid his companion, and indeed does so. Despite his grogginess, the determined barbarian closes the gap quickly. In a smooth motion, he picks up his mace of hammering and strikes with the skill of a master barbarian. The monopod falls beneath his assault, and within minutes, he returns to his slumber. Monopod sounds a bit like a Pokemon. That's what I think when I hear monopod. Okay. Did you get a load of that incubus? What a nasty brute, eh? Says no one in particular. The heroes track the mediator, waiting for an opportunity to snatch him. They're forced to wait as he bumps into another pedestrian and insists on a long exchange determining who was at fault and how to resolve the incident. Very good. Okay, let's see if we can... Presumably, do we ambush him or do we kill him or what? The heroes ambush the mediator, dragging him down an alley. Wait, he gasps. I'm sure we can talk about this. I'm very good at that. Okay, I'm intrigued to know what we did with him. The party encounters a dwarf and an orc on the brink of a fist fight. Sit back and watch then, dudes. Grunson tries to calm them down. The dwarf and orc bring up the issue, truly bothering each of them. The forgotten birthday presents. The party leaves, secure in knowing the two will work things out. Or just don't buy each other birthday presents. Norman collapses to... Oh my... Good grief. Good grief. This is... Promise, settle in, everyone. Norman collapses to his knees in the middle of the path. What's the matter? Oh, what's the matter? No, asked Grunson. I was just thinking, all the people we pass on our path, they all have lives as equally complex as our own, with a similar volume of joys and fears and hopes and sorrows. For every lighted window I spy from a distance at night, I wonder what knaves are in there. Why, there is surely someone who spies my lantern from within and says, I wonder what knaves are out there. Grunson considers this for a moment, then considers for a moment more. I don't think they can see your lantern if they have their lights on. I think you've missed the point, Grunts. But, yes, you've shut him up at least. Good grief. What's he waffling about? Existential crisis going on. A beehive sits in a tree dripping with honey. Yay! There we go. Fresh honeycomb accompanies the evening meal. We've seen that so many times. And they are back home. There we go. Just as the Geek Cupboard comes into view, the clouds open up in a full downpour. The heroes sprint to the final few blocks to home. Whew, timed that one right, Gudrek says. Okay, so let's see what the summary of this is. What happened with this then? The kidnapping went smoothly, and the mediator was safely stuffed into a trunk, now hidden underneath a shop. The party will let him out after the duel takes place, assuming they remember. That's fine, don't worry about it, it's okay. And now these guys are on their way back from going to look at Ixie and then realising that it's massive and not knowing what to do. While the others break down camp, Brom wanders off and finds a small watermelon patch. After eating all he can handle, the merchant brings the one remaining melon back to the camp for the others to split. Good one, Brom. Nice tactics. Okay, yep, so it's a bit slower going on, not on the road. 12 hooded monks pass by, chanting about the death of all gods. They refuse to acknowledge the party. You're not walking on the roads, walk on the path. A man in a market, for some reason over here, offers to read Drusilla's fortune. This is probably a scam, Drusilla says. I knew you'd say that, the fortune teller replies. Very good, fortune teller, very good. Okay, they're on the path now, speeding up a little bit. The party stops at another tavern for a rest and gets mixed up in a bar brawl. That's what'll happen if you go to other taverns. Fists are flying and they think, why not join the fray? Drusilla exchanges haymakers with another patron and wrestles with him until they're kicked out. The two stumble to another bar and compliment each other's melee skills over a drink. Splendid. Friends through fighting. Ulof tries to haggle with a merchant over some food. Ulof secures a small discount on the food, which the party promptly spends on ale. Good call. Yep, I approve. Seal of approval from Penge at the Geek Cupboard. Bang. A man in a market offers to read Brom's fortune. I knew you would say that. Yeah, okay, we just saw that one just seconds ago. And they're nearly home. The party stands for a huge maze. Inexplicably just there on the path that we've never seen before. None of them recall how they got here. Okay. With some care and intelligence, the heroes find their way through the maze. How this happened is still not clear. Indeed, because it's outside the pub and you think we might have noticed. Tonight, I'll have a warm hearth and a roof over my head, Brom says as the Geek Cupboard comes into view. What more could a merchant ask for? Oh, and ale. Yes, of course. Oh, finally, they're back home. Splendid. The heroes followed a set of tracks to a nearby creek and spotted the enormous bug eating a deer whole. They decided they need an actual plan. They head back to the tavern. Okay, right, so we're going back to the tavern. Good idea. Okay, all looking good. The Geek Cupboard is in good shape. Nothing needs repairing. Okie doke. Ooh, 3 quests have we got. Okay, well, let's get the quests out of the way first. So, the first one. The love letter found in Hans's room suggests the culprit could be Milston's half-orc butcher, Gorn, flesh cleaver. Examine the murder scene for additional clues. Okay, that'll be a quick one, I imagine. Emilia tells me with the mediator waylaid, a formal duel challenge has been issued by Hecklestump. But rich fops killing each other are of no interest to Horatio unless he's involved. He needs someone to plant the idea in Hecklestump's head. Okay. And Norman's quest is the heroes formulate a plan to wait until Ixie is asleep, then snare her in a series of nets. Okay, what could possibly go wrong with that, eh? And you, oh my goodness, Lussunmil Cliffbrand. Hello, you've got a big name. Okay, goodbye. And yeah, just lots of talking to everybody and doing the same things as we do, like that. You, let's just quickly fly through your one. Fly through your one. You, bed, sorted. You, bed. You, bed. Nice and easy. Oh, you wants a beer. You also want a bed. Lovely. Murgle, diddly dolly do. And Brazen. Let's talk to Brazen for a bit. Oh, and I've clicked the button to actually load up a profile. Reminisce over a drink, and that's it. We are done. You can't have fairy water. I can't serve anymore. And Mindy has gone up. Yay! Mindy's level 4. 4 skill points. Let's put 2 in each. Let's have acting and dancing going up. And then endurance and reflexes. They're probably good things to have going up. Look at that. 200 combat power now. Wowee. Okay, and I think that's a good point to leave it there. So I think, is everyone back? Yes, everyone is back. Bartholomew is still injured. But that means that next time out, we can go through and do those other 3 quests. So we can do catching Ixie, which is good. We can do this one here with the duel between the merchants. And we can do wherever the other one is. Oh, it's down here, isn't it? The scene of the crime. So we'll get those 3 done. Because I quite want to get the quests off of the sort of the list now. I want to get them out of the way, but they kind of keep spawning other quests. It's taking quite a long time to chip away at these. And then we've got all these weird map ones. These weird map quests, I don't know what they are. And the Abominable Snow Ape, but we have plenty of time to do this. 89 days, I think, is the lowest, is it? Yeah, 89 days. I think we'll get round to that in 89 days. So, yes, there we go. So we've done quite well. We've got some level ups done. And we've got through a few more quests. And our heroes are getting a little bit stronger, a little bit better. And, yeah, who knows? Who knows what will happen when we go and deal with these quests here. If you have enjoyed this, please do leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with this series and all the other stuff that we get up to as well. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard. And I will see you next time. And I'm back in the lockup again. I can break out this time though. Haha! So have that, you buggers. This game is very hard, and it doesn't care that it kicks you in the face every now and then. Is there a difference between a gremlin and a goblin? I don't know. Maybe one's got a bigger chin and one's got bigger noses or ear size or something. I don't know. Whatever. These fellas